forest sparkled as the sun rose. Something magical was about to happen. A secret whispered on the wind. It tickled the leaves and made the flowers dance. What was the secret? It was about a treasure, a single shimmering golden berry hidden somewhere in the woods. But beware, this secret was not meant for everyone, only for those who listened closely to the whispers of the woods. Felix the cat was no ordinary feline. With his sharp green eyes and a mind always ticking, he was known throughout the neighborhood as the cleverest cat on the block. Felix could solve puzzles, open doors, and even outsmart the humans when it came to sneaking an extra treat. But today, something even more intriguing had caught his attention. A secret whispered on the wind, a secret that made his heart race with anticipation. He heard the secret and his whiskers twitched with excitement. A golden berry! The very mention of it sent a shiver down his spine. Legends among the animals spoke of this rare, shimmering fruit hidden deep within the garden. It was said to be magical, able to grant a single wish to whoever found it. Felix's mind raced with possibilities. What would he wish for? A mountain of fish? Endless sunny spots to nap in? The possibilities were endless, and Felix was determined to be the one to find it. Percy the pigeon, on the other hand, was a very foolish pigeon. He was plump, cheerful, and blissfully unaware of most things that happened around him. While Felix was plotting and planning, Percy was usually daydreaming about crumbs and puddles, never suspecting that adventure or trouble might be just around the corner. He heard the secret too, but he didn't understand. The words floated past his ears like a gentle breeze, and he blinked in confusion, trying to make sense of what he'd just overheard. Was it something about a berry? Or maybe a fairy? Percy wasn't quite sure, but he was curious enough to want to know more. Golden berry? What was that? Percy wondered, tilting his head and ruffling his feathers. Was it something to eat, or maybe a shiny stone to collect? He had never seen a golden berry before, and the idea of a wish-granting fruit seemed almost too magical to believe. Still, the thought lingered in his mind, making him more curious than ever. Felix saw Percy from across the garden, and a sly plan began to form in his mind. He knew that Percy's innocence could be the key to finding the golden berry. After all, sometimes the most unexpected allies could help you achieve your greatest dreams. Felix's eyes narrowed as he watched the pigeon waddle about, completely oblivious to the adventure that was about to unfold. He knew just how to use Percy's foolishness to his advantage. Felix was a master of persuasion, and he was certain he could convince Percy to help him without the pigeon ever realizing what was truly at stake. All he needed was the right words, a little charm, and perhaps a promise of something shiny or delicious. "Hello, Percy," purred Felix, approaching the plump pigeon with a friendly swish of his tail. He put on his most charming smile, the one that always made the humans melt. Percy looked up, startled but pleased to see Felix. "Oh, hello, Felix," he cooed, his voice as cheerful as ever. Felix sat down beside him, pretending to be interested in the clouds drifting overhead. "Have you heard about the golden berry? It grants wishes," Felix whispered, his voice low and mysterious. Percy's eyes grew wide with wonder. "Wishes?" he repeated, his mind already spinning with dreams of endless breadcrumbs and cozy nests. Felix nodded, his plan unfolding perfectly. The adventure was about to begin, and neither cat nor pigeon could imagine just how extraordinary their journey would become. "Wishes?" cooed Percy, his eyes widening. "I wish for lots and lots of seeds," Felix chuckled silently. "Of course, Percy, but first we need to find it. Follow me." And so the cunning cat led the foolish pigeon deeper and deeper into the woods. Felix, pretending to lead the way, took Percy on a merry chase, far away from where he believed the golden berry to be. They arrived at a lavender labyrinth. The air buzzed with bees. The scent of lavender filled the air. "Oh dear," said Percy, his head spinning. "Which way do we go?" Felix smirked. "You go that way, Percy. I'll go this way. We'll find it faster." As Percy wandered deeper into the maze, Felix stealthily slipped away, leaving the foolish pigeon lost and alone. Percy wandered through the labyrinth, the lavender bushes towering over him. The air was thick with the sweet scent of flowers, and the gentle hum of bees floated on the breeze. Every twist and turn of the maze seemed to lead Percy deeper into a world of green walls and purple blooms, where the sunlight danced in patches on the soft earth below his feet. He paused now and then, peering around corners, hoping to spot a familiar landmark. but all he saw were endless rows of lavender, their blossoms swaying gently in the wind. He cooed sadly, feeling lost and scared. The garden, which had once seemed so inviting and full of adventure, now felt enormous and overwhelming. Percy's little heart thudded in his chest as he realized he had no idea how to find his way back. The shadows grew longer and the chirping of other birds seemed far away. He missed the comfort of his cozy nest and the warmth of his friends. For a moment, Percy wondered if he would ever find his way out of the maze, or if he would be lost among the lavender forever. Suddenly, a gentle voice called out, "Hoot! Hoot! What's all this commotion?" The sound echoed through the garden, soft but clear, and Percy looked up in surprise. He had never heard a voice quite like it, calm, wise, and somehow comforting. The leaves rustled above him, and Percy's eyes widened as he searched for the source of the mysterious call. A wise old owl with amber eyes peered down from a branch above. The owl's feathers glowed in the dappled sunlight, and his gaze was kind but piercing. "I'm lost!" cried Percy, his voice trembling. He felt small and helpless under the owl's watchful eyes, but there was something about the owl's presence that made him feel a little braver. The owl blinked slowly, as if he understood exactly how Percy felt. "Felix said there was a golden berry that grants wishes, but I think he tricked me." Percy's words tumbled out in a rush, his feathers ruffling with frustration. He explained how Felix, the clever neighborhood cat, had told him about a magical berry hidden somewhere in the maze. Percy had believed him, hoping to find the berry and make a wish for courage, but now, after wandering for so long, he wasn't sure if the berry, or the magic, was even real. He felt foolish for trusting Felix, and even more alone than before. The wise old owl hooted softly. "Felix is indeed a cunning cat." The owl's voice was gentle, but there was a twinkle of amusement in his eyes. "He loves his tricks and riddles, and he's always looking for a bit of fun at someone else's expense," the owl said. "But sometimes even a trick can lead to a new adventure, or help us discover something important about ourselves." Percy listened closely, feeling a glimmer of hope. Maybe, just maybe, this journey wasn't a waste after all. But worry not, little pigeon. I will help you. The owl spread his wings, casting a protective shadow over Percy. "You are not alone in this maze," he said kindly. "Sometimes when we feel most lost, we find friends in the most unexpected places. Let's search for the golden berry together, and even if we don't find it, I promise you'll find your way home." Percy's spirits lifted as he realized that with the wise old owl by his side, the maze didn't seem quite so scary anymore. The wise old owl, with a gentle flap of its wings, created a breeze that parted the lavender bushes. "Follow the path, little pigeon," the owl hooted. "It will lead you out of the maze." Percy, with a grateful coo, followed the path and soared above the maze. He could see the whole forest from up high. Felix, watching from a distance, couldn't believe his eyes. That foolish pigeon had outsmarted him. Percy landed softly in front of Felix, his small chest puffed up with newfound confidence. "I thought we were friends, Felix," said Percy, his voice trembling slightly. "Why did you trick me?" Felix, for the first time, felt a pang of guilt. Percy's innocent words touched something in his heart. I just wanted the golden berry for myself," mumbled Felix, ashamed. "I'm sorry, Percy." Percy looked at Felix, his foolish heart already forgiving his friend. "It's all right, Felix. We can find the golden berry together." And so the cunning cat and the foolish pigeon, now true friends, continued their search for the golden berry. They helped each other through thick and thin, their friendship growing stronger with every challenge they faced. Finally they found it, the golden berry shimmering under the setting sun. But something strange happened that neither Felix nor Percy could have predicted. After all their plotting, chasing, and clever tricks, the moment they had both been waiting for finally arrived. The legendary golden berry, said to grant happiness to whoever possessed it, sat gleaming in the sunlight just within their reach. The air was thick with anticipation, and for a brief moment, time seemed to stand still as the two friends gazed at the prize before them. Yet, in that magical moment, neither Felix nor Percy reached for the berry. It was as if an invisible force held them back, or perhaps it was something even more powerful. an understanding that had quietly grown between them during their adventure. The berry, once the object of their rivalry, now seemed less important than it ever had before. As they sat side by side, a gentle breeze rustled the leaves above, and the world felt peaceful. In that stillness, Felix and Percy realized they had learned something far more valuable than any treasure. Their journey had been filled with laughter, challenges, and even a few disagreements. But through it all, they had discovered the true meaning of companionship. Percy turned to Felix, his eyes bright with understanding. "You know, Felix," he said softly, "I don't need the golden berry to make me happy. I thought it was the answer to all my dreams, but now I see that the best part of this adventure was sharing it with you." His words hung in the air, sincere and heartfelt. Felix purred in agreement, his heart swelling with warmth. He realized that he too had been searching for something more than just a shiny prize. "I have you as a friend, and that's all that matters," Percy continued, nuzzling closer. Felix smiled, feeling a sense of contentment he hadn't known before. The berry was just a fruit, but their friendship was something truly special. As Felix reflected on their journey, he felt a twinge of regret for the times he had tried to outsmart Percy. He had been so focused on tricking his friend and winning the golden berry that he had nearly forgotten the simple joy of sharing moments together. Now, sitting quietly with Percy, Felix understood that friendship was not about winning or losing, but about caring for one another and growing together. And so the cunning cat and the foolish pigeon made a choice. They left the golden berry untouched, deciding together that some things are more important than any reward. As they walked away, the berry glistened in the grass, a silent reminder of the lesson they had learned. Their hearts were light, and their spirits soared, for they knew they had found something far greater than any magical fruit. In the end, Felix and Percy discovered that the greatest treasures in life are not the ones you can hold in your paws or beak, but the ones you carry in your heart. They had found something much more precious, the true meaning of friendship. And as they continued their adventures together, they knew that no matter what challenges lay ahead, they would always have each other